Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode. My name is Brandon Ross, and just want to say hello to all of you. It's a little new for me on this intro because we have some new platforms that we are appearing on today. So hello to all my lovely new platforms, to Kick and Rumble. It's very nice to branch out and push into these fun new territories to bring the love of D&D to all of you. But of course, huge shout out to Ship It with the fantastic, my favorite emote. He knows me. He knows what's going to make me laugh every time. Hope you were taking the easy cut in the grass, buddy. I know you're going to go do that in this heat, especially for you. So don't pass out on me. We don't need you on the side of the road and next to your lawnmower.
Stay hydrated.
What was that?
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated, buddy. Before we get into our episode, obviously we have a couple announcements to push through. First of all, we have our Discords. If you don't know them yet, and I just realized I didn't set up anything. Oh, dear. To all of our new platforms, we will have our commands set up for you shortly. If not by this stream, before next stream. But we will bring you the links to our lovely Discords. We have two of them we use. We have one that's strictly just player hater gaming. It's really just for sharing memes, talking about life, and just having a great time with the community. Our other Discord server is actually going to be a very fun and unique server, at least unique to me. I don't know how common these are. Like Meg and Nick's, like how common is that kind of style server? Because to me, it's not that common, but I just didn't know a lot about that world.
It's actually pretty common. There are a bunch of them out there, some better than others.
Okay.
The Sherman's pretty good.
Well,
yeah,
that's fantastic. That's great to be a part of that because it is the Ashurma Land of Prosperity Discord server and is a West Marches style Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition server. So if you love playing the game and you want more of it in your life, feel free to come check them out. They are staffed with incredible individuals who are always ready to help answer questions for new players, veteran players who may be misunderstanding something, or just come play and have fun. There's text rooms and voice rooms. You can always just pop in and make your character and go at it. That's pretty much like the cut and dry, right? Like I hate sounding like, an idiot, but I don't know a ton about it because I always play D&D in person. It never even occurred to me to like play over text based. I always had like hey, get your dice, get your pen and paper, like digital. As much as I use digital now, it's like it was foreign to me to about 5-7 years ago.
You did great.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad. Next, we do have, of course, all of our lovely socials. We have our Twitter, our TikTok, our Instagram. You can always catch fun announcements there, new content coming. We'll actually have a post for you tomorrow about something coming very quickly. So be on the lookout for that on our Twitter page at PlayerHaterLLC. Check us out there. And of course, the last thing I always like to touch on, which I always like to talk about, is our Patreon team. Go check out our Patreon. We have a lot of incredible things that we wish to release to you the first Friday of every month. So that's coming up. And the things we cooked up this month are really great. Definitely the theme of the heat wave sweeping North America.
It's perfect timing.
It's perfect timing. So you're really going to love it. Every month, depending on which tier you have, we give you a magical item we come up with. We make sure it's balanced. We test it. We give you a homebrew monster, an NPC with like a stat block, some quirks or personality backgrounds that you as a GM or DM can drop into your games at any time. Or if you're at our highest tier, we supply you with a complete one-shot of everything you need just in case something goes wrong. What if, one of your players just can't make it all of a sudden, but you still want to play D&D, right? Of course you do. We got your back. Complete one-shot, ready to go. You'll be playing in no time. Aside from that, I believe it's time to look at my table and tell them, hey guys, it's time to play D&D.
Yeah.
Can we get help dice first?
No, no help dice.
How dare you?
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'll be super nice. I'm not going to get a chance for help dice. I'm just going to give everybody 3 because I need to go.
Oh.
Because I need to go make some. We gotta make some changes to help dice because we're not singular platformed anymore.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure everybody has a chance to do it. So while we work those kinks out, I'll be nice to my players and just poof, there's 3 for all of
Oh, thank you.
We can only set up a bot that had like a point system in that. Use that. That's the way of redeeming on each platform.
you. We'll figure it out. It's going to be definitely some growing pains. So to those of you who are joining us on our new platforms, we thank you so very much for being here and just hanging out with us. We hope to give you a fantastic D&D content, which I know we will because my players are incredible. I will gush on them 24/7 because they make me look amazing, and that's really fucking hard.
No,
We're always
it's
tired
not.
at the end of the stream.
What was that?
We're always tired at the end of the stream.
They're always tired
Yeah.
from fucking carrying me.
Oh, yep.
Where's my document for help? There you are. 3.
Jeez.
3.
Speaking of carrying.
3. Shush.
Right.
3.
Would you like me to send it to you again?
No, I got
Did
it.
you
I
lose
found
your
it.
files?
Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is great. Welcome to our game.
Welcome to our game. Or as we say here, welcome to the table. That's one thing we always say is just welcome to the table because everyone should be welcome. And it's D&D. It's tabletop gaming. You should be welcome. You should feel welcomed. And if you don't, find a new table.
Yep.
That's my professional advice. If you don't feel welcome, find a place you do feel welcome. As I get my pencil ready. And I look through my extensive notes, which totally isn't just like Boblin the Goblin, and that's it. Have you guys seen that meme? I'm gonna be a little more loose today, just because I'm in a great mood about being all this stuff actually working decently well for the first time, and I'm very happy.
Yay.
But have you guys seen that one where it's like, "Where's the Dungeon Master's notes? It just says sexy goblin."
I've never seen that. I'm going to go find that now.
It's good. But anyways, we'll get into it. I shall do a quick recap for those of you who are new, because we're on some new platforms. The realm of the Skytorn is a realm that has been raised from whatever was beneath the cloud ocean and brought above it. Through various forms of magic and elemental enchantment, the entirety of the material plane was wrapped in a sea of clouds. No one knows what rests beneath it. The only life anybody has known for the last 200 years is above the clouds, on floating islands. Mostly floating islands. Some of them are a little too large to move about the island due to the nature of the enchantments placed upon them. Now, some of you are probably already asking, well, if it's only been up for 200 years, what about our long-lived races, like the elves? Well, it's a fantastic question. Nobody really knows. About 200 to 250 years ago, when the realm was being lifted above the clouds, they all vanished. The common rumor is that they have moved back to the Feywild due to whatever catastrophic event caused the realm to be raised above the clouds. Throughout this campaign, we may find more answers to these various questions. But for now, we have watched as the players on the screen in front of you, Eva Starlight, the Doctor, Red, and a current Dragonborn you don't see, Drakix. The 4 of them had gathered on the singular island of Wingata, one of the much larger islands that did not move around the plane, but was very stationary. It would descend slightly into the cloud ocean every night to help replenish and ease some of the arcane pressure required to keep it so high. But during the day, it would once again rise above the cloud ocean. Through those 4, they had a fun interaction within the farmlands, coming across a corrupt farmland leader, head of family, who was seeking to drive out the competition, literally, by using a tunnel and the native sky sharks to attack his competition in an attempt to gain more power and more land. Thankfully, the 4 individuals were able to discover this plan, root it out, and in a very incredibly intelligent way, not get caught for maybe breaking a few laws, but still bring this person to justice. With that being closed, the ties they did make, they were asked by a particular captain to ferry along the Cloud Ocean with some dignitaries that came from Riz, a very military-heavy and secretive island across the ocean. Accepting the job offer, as it would no doubt pay rather well, they went with the ship of the two Riz dignitaries and traveled across the Cloud Ocean, having their own adventures, not exactly within the physical realm, but realizing there was more attached to this realm, a dream realm almost. Having a strong connection to this realm through Eva, they were able to traverse it, fight within it, and there was even some kidnapped within it, Eva being held. Through sheer force of will and unlikely bedfellows, they were able to once again pierce beyond the veil and move into the dream realm, freeing Eva, getting a little more information, and escaping seemingly safe. Once they arrived at Riz, they realized their Dragonborn was no longer with them, as he had seemed to somehow, through probably very shady means, garnered passage into the island of Riz. Sorry, my mind blanked for just a second there. Returning home after a short detour through a familiar homeland, they picked up Levikazan, a female barbarian who was heard that there was some trouble within the Rainbow Quarry back on Wingata, and they were looking for not only miners, but individuals with fighting experience. Investigating the quarries, they found that they were attacked by rock monsters. Through investigation rolls, checks, and a little bit of luck, they were able to realize that they were in fact rock elementals or earth elementals. Though their source unknown, they went back and decided to check out the privatized mining industry. Their original job offer and contract as the official Chaos Crew, they were that'll never get old, guys.
So with the 2Ks, by the way.
2Ks, yes, Mortal Kombat style 2Ks. Once they were, and my whole brain just went because I was laughing. They went into the privatized industry, realizing they also had some attacks, but something didn't seem quite right. So they decided to, after intense negotiations, were able to get a little bit of passage into one of the mines, one of the companies, where they did find something peculiar. An illusioned and trapped dead end, it seemed, where 3 of them fell into this trap. After blasting and digging their way out, I believe Eva, Levikazan, and Doctor where Eva had stayed out, but Levikazan and Doctor went back to Eva, correct? You went back to the
Zahn stayed
in the darkness.
In the darkness, is sitting there.
Zahn stayed in the darkness, that's right. And then Doctor went back out.
Yes.
But Red, however, which is where we will open tonight's episode,
Yes.
Red decided to push on. So, Red, as you finally get past whatever arcane method was blocking your dark vision, you move into a cavern where you still require dark vision, but it is immense. Probably 30, 40, 50, 60. You don't see the other side. You just see to your left and to your right the large, curving, mined-out walls. You see pillars, which look like this natural-formed, connected stalagmites. But every surface is glittering within your dark vision. But I believe you did cast light, didn't you?
Sure did.
So as you get this initial view, you bring up your hand and you mutter the arcane words. It is a incredibly beautiful, glistening sea, essentially, of diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, precious stones on every inch of this cavern. But where you presume to be the center, you do see this probably 8.5, 10-foot tall, thin, almost glowing string in the middle of it. Thick, probably 2-3 inches across. Looking at it, you can see the bottom of it actually connects to the ground, and you can watch as there's just the slightest little pulse to whatever this is. Just oomph, oomph, oomph. And it's subtle at first, but you can see everything beats with this heartbeat.
So she's gonna cast message
Okay.
because really it's just darkness between them. There's no actual stone between them. And she's going to reach out to the doctor. I believe I probably found the rift. We should go the other way, over the hole. There's a whole bunch of precious gems here too. Bring a bag.
I don't have to audibly respond. I can mentally respond, right? Message.
I believe you actually do have to respond in a whisper. I will double check that real quick, but I believe it is in a whisper.
They can
Because it
reply
says
in
in
a
a like
whisper that
manner.
only it says they can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Yes, so you still reply, and your mouth will move, but no sound will come out.
No one can see my mouth, anyways.
Very good point.
Yep.
Well, for those of you at home, just do be aware that when you reply to message and when you cast message, your mouth is moving, but no sound is coming out.
Very important distinction, because I'm in front of strangers right now.
Yeah, which is why she chose the doctor, because he's got a mask.
Hang on, that's too
Yes, that
smart
was-
for you. Roll an intelligence check.
Damn it.
Well, she also knows the doctor is the smartest person in
I'm-
here, so
Kidding. I'm joking.
let's see. Doctor, get this message.
Mm.
He'll take a moment to process this information now.
Just a little Windows thing in his little sockets.
Just buffering.
Yeah.
Like, he was not expecting to find the rift this quickly. Or this easily, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, that is quite good news. We'll be there in a moment. We got to diffuse the situation first.
All right, Oh, she's gonna cast message again because cantrip, so she can do it. All right, well, I'll stay here and start filling my pockets.
I'll bring my bag. Returning to the conversation in front of him.
Okay. You currently have individuals who have run up.
By the way, just as a last little note, she's taking only rubies. Continue.
Okay. Noted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember Doc and Eva were addressing and half interrogating these miners who came up after hearing the explosion that Doc and Red did to break that pit trap. Trying to remember the last things. I remember you said they were genuinely surprised to see about the illusionary wall, and
Yes, that is correct.
and documenting the trap, the pitfall trap in darkness for at least a few 40, 20 feet ish. At this point, Doc's probably finished dusting off the dust from the explosion and debris. Uh, uh, you hear more running?
Well, they're coming up to you still.
Oh, I thought they arrived. Because you said I came out of the wall and that surprised them.
That's right. Yeah. So they're there and they're like, "Whoa!" And then they see the doctor and they see Eva. And they look at the doctor. With Eva. All right, what's going on?
Eva just sticks her hand into the wall again.
Doc would just produce the paper with their permission form, basically, and present it to whoever wants to take it first.
You see one of the guys just kind of like, he approaches, like, putting himself off as, like, the leader, essentially, of this little group.
Mhm.
And he takes it from you. Not, like, quickly, but he takes it from you, looks over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That
we were told
doesn't
this was the last.
explain why there's
We were hoping you could tell
this.
us.
And he puts his
actually.
hand through it and pulls it back.
Mhm. We were hoping you can tell us. We were told this is where the last attack happened for you, and this mine was collapsed.
Yeah,
Came over here.
that's why
and
this
thought
wall is here, because it collapsed.
It is not here, actually.
Not quite a wall, as she continues to stick her hand in and out of the wall.
I did it.
It would seem someone has been lying to you all about the wall not being cleared away. Because it's very quite open back there.
What's through there?
I presume
Darkness.
it's mostly darkness. I'm not quite sure what's past the darkness, but I remember being told there was you guys discovered a cavern, and that cavern, and before, as soon after you found the cavern, the elementals attacked you and collapsed it.
Yeah, that's right.
I have yet to go in there and actually see what's there, but just getting out of the pit trap that was placed, actually.
Wait, what?
And he just gestures to all of the dust and debris, maybe a bit of blood.
Yeah, you got some on you.
Yeah. It's like,
I'll let the thing
Neat.
like Zon's arm randomly falls out right about now, just like out of the illusion.
Yeah. Just like she's just crawling out of the illusion.
What the hell? And he like backs up a bit.
had to blast a way out of the pit trap.
No,
Actually.
that! And he points to like you just see this arm that's reached through and just like begin to drag itself forward.
Oh. And
Yeah.
Doctor says, "Oh dear."
And then a few
And,
moments you see Zon's head.
I'm here.
You look worse for wears now that I see you.
Please tell me there's more body under there.
There
Most
should
of
be.
it.
Oh. Mm.
Doc will start helping Zon to her feet.
She's not gonna do her feet. She's just gonna lay there. I'm good.
What's my HP at right now?
DM, could you remind me who was in charge of this particular mine shaft?
This was the Gold Creek Company.
Yes.
Got you.
And we're Tunnel G.
Doc's is gonna look at the miners and say, "Don't be startled. I gotta do a quick medical check on her," and he'll begin casting false life onto himself. Start with, and then once that cast out, I will be casting Wither and Bloom, affecting myself, taking the damage, and giving her a hit die to roll.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
thank you.
Nice.
I will take it.
I take 5 damage. That's great.
Woo!
I still have 2 temp hit points. Let's see. You get you roll your hit dice as well as you add 5 to your roll.
And she rolls barbarian dice.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
D12. Yes, I'll figure.
I'm just choosing to fail the con save. Actually, I'll see if I make it. Actually, see if I take no damage. But it doesn't matter if I do or not.
17 hit points.
Is that with my +5?
Yep.
Then yeah, there you go. 17 hit points to you.
Thank you.
And I make a con save. I take no damage, so I contain all my temp hit points.
And she still gets health?
Yeah.
Wow.
The health thing is a secondary effect on this. It is not required
Okay.
Yeah. Bitter Bloom's pretty good for healing.
Pretty good, nothing. It is good. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till I can enhance it. Once I'm able to enhance it, I can add an additional. They can add 2 rolls of hit dice plus my modifier.
Wow.
Jeez.
Well, the downside is damage goes up. So
Damage
as a
goes up.
wizard,
Mm.
Yeah. You better hope
if
it
I'm
passes.
ever
Yeah. Nah.
in combat, it's great, but outside of combat, I have to damage myself for it to actually work. As we both agreed that it has to take effect on someone.
Mhm.
So you do that while you know the other guys are starting to they sent a few back to go get lanterns and mining gear. And then one guy, do you start to stand up, Doc?
I help once Dawn is healed a lot more than what she was. I'll probably be helping her to her feet at this
Okay.
point.
Yes.
As you help her, you notice one of the other guys who's been talking to you. He comes over and helps her up.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yep.
Zon, you realize
All my limbs.
you're
Good.
lifted real easily.
Is he using one of those
You
arms?
look over using one of the arms.
Just she wants to be mad because he's using one of the arms, but like she can't because like he's helping her.
Be rude.
She just grumbles.
Right. So if this is, he puts his hand through it as he's still trying. Like, he understands magic because he's using magical equipment. But at the same time,
enough.
it's just, how would you feel if you went to work every single day and you're like, oh yeah, it's just a fire escape door. And then you realize it's not a fire escape door. It's a whole nother room.
It's a secret elevator.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just a little trying to put 2 and 2 together still.
Well, one of our companions is further ahead. I should probably go join her.
Is
Very
it
least.
safe to walk through there now?
There's a hole in the
No.
ground, so be careful.
Stick to the
But
walls.
past it, stick to the wall. But past it, it should be safe. She sent a message saying she was fine. And
You see, he
she
looks
might have-
and he kind of waves to his crew. Come on.
She
If
says
you
she
don't
might have
feel the
found,
floor, just jump over it.
or try to catch yourself.
Got it.
You will not have any vision once you enter until we are past it. I do not have a method of removing the darkness spell.
Go. So the darkness is magical now?
It is a magically in place darkness, yes. Along just behind the illusionary wall. You will see when we get in there. None of your lights they'll be on and working, but they will not be visible.
You see, he essentially stows the arm, and now there's 2 arms floating behind him, almost like stowed wings.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs one of the lanterns.
Doc will even gesture to his goggles night that he's got installed into his mask. Even with these, I cannot see.
And you see he sticks just his head in with the lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. He comes back. Puts the lantern down and turns it and just leaves it aside.
You can bring it along with you. Like I said, it should only be for 20, 40 feet at most.
You see he
And
slowly reaches down, grabs the lantern again, and then he kind of puts his back to a wall and starts just like side crab walking down.
Doc will look at Eva. Red says she might have found the entrance rift, by the way. And I guess
Zahn. I mean, Zahn can go forward. She can lead the charge. Not so charge.
Charge, not so charge.
The charge, not so charge.
Okay.
Doc
She'll.
miners
probably
are going
remember. Yeah, Doc's going into.
Okay. You two. Go
By the
ahead.
way, Red is stuffing like all of her little secret pockets because she knows she's gonna have to like sneak all these gems out of here.
Okay. How are you getting them out of the walls?
Are there no loose ones?
No.
There are no loose ones out
No.
there. Hold on, let me take a
All the
look.
loose ones have been taken out already.
Thank you.
Okay.
we ran past the cart on the way in that had was filled with these things.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she can get them out.
All right. So you are just angry.
She's just angry.
She's just angry.
She's on fire and angry at the
On
moment.
fire and angry. So that's the first thing the miners see when they come out. It's red, on fire, angry.
I did warn them that we have a companion up ahead.
You did, but
Didn't warn Red though.
Red,
Who are you?
I have no means to warn Red. Sadly.
as you are looking around waiting, you see an individual walk through who sees you on fire, angry. And you can see he takes his arms and kind of stretches them out to his sides real fast. His fingers spread open, then he closes them, and he watches these two, as almost as big as he is, arms come off from floating behind him and begin to be manipulated by his actual arms.
She's gonna try and insight what his intentions are really quick. Can she do that?
Roll an insight check, of course.
Okay. Probably gonna suck. Oh no, that's a 21.
21, this guy's just defending himself. You can tell right away. He's put it up, and you can actually, one of them is across his body to protect him. The other one is a little lower and back, like ready for like an uppercut. But he's just like, "You with the bird, man?"
No, don't wet your knickers. The Birdman is kind of a doctor, but yes.
Okay. Are you okay? You're on fire.
I sometimes catch fire when I'm angry. It's fine.
Okay, good enough for me.
Right,
At this
so
point,
this right here.
you realize his attention has rapidly shifted from you to the room around him.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you ahead of time. This little glowing, pulsing thing right here. Stay away from it. Watch it. We think it's how or at least I think it's how the elementals are getting in and attacking people.
Well, get rid of it.
I cannot get rid of it. We have someone that can get rid of it, but they needed us to find it first. Now that we just did, this room is probably not the safest for any of you.
Yeah, totally. And you've lost him already. He is looking at the room around him.
Okay, hold on. I gotta see if
As
she's
you
gonna do
see,
this.
The second guy has come through. He's like, "Look at all this.
I gotta see if she's gonna do this. Okay.
Is this what Dylan's been pulling out of here? I think it is. What do you want to do? I don't know.
No.
You should just get a cartload and leave." Yeah, we
Zahn
can do
walks
that.
up behind them. What are you guys talking about?
Talking about taking some of the gems, which I think
We're
we
talking about taking a
should.
cartload and getting out of here.
Right. You should definitely get out of it as soon as possible because we never know when the next elemental will come through. And it would not be safe for you to be in here.
And
So
they
get
kind
your
of look at
things
the
and
portal,
go.
but then they look right back to the walls.
Okay. She's getting even angrier, and you can tell on her expression because these jerkwads are not listening to her.
They're just seeing dollar signs right now.
Greed's a powerful tool.
Well,
I it's more than enough for us in
Doctor,
here
you
and
come through
them.
about now.
And I probably see it because I have the goggles on.
Yep.
Doc will look around, look at all the different gems.
portal.
Mm-hmm. He'll take note of the portal. He's looking specifically for any diamonds, though.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation or perception.
How do you want to go about it?
He doesn't want to. He knows that the portal is the priority, and he's the only one who can identify if it's what
Perception.
they're looking for.
Good call.
So, ooh, 8.
8.
Oh no.
You can
Yeah.
tell there's probably some here, but just with the way even with the light granted by Red, it's hard to pick out a pocket sizable for arcane methods. You can see there's sprinklings here and there, but you're like, it's just really like handy. It doesn't look like a large enough one.
We'll be here long enough. I'm to a more thorough look later.
Right.
And,
Anyone have getting a hold of a professor or whatever to get her out here?
she didn't. I do not have a method of contacting her from here other than walking up to her.
Hmm. Unfortunate.
Did Eva follow us?
Did Eva follow?
Nope. She's still on the other side.
Eva, you watch as one of the individuals comes back through, like just wide-eyed and hurried. He like starts moving rapidly down the tunnel.
It's not her place to get in between them and whatever they're doing.
Dox is going to go and kind of identify on the pulsing rift looking thing.
Okay. While I understand the mechanics of the spell, give me a Arcana check.
Can do.
You asked the right person.
While I go look
I
up
will-
spell details.
I will be adding that D4, which is a 2, so we're a total of 25.
25.
Oh. Very nice.
Give me one moment because I need to go double check something to make sure I don't lie to you.
Fair enough. Yeah, you know me in Arcana checks.
Okay. So that's got that. Now, just double check, identify really quickly. To choose one object, you must touch through casting spell. Magic item, other magic. So it's not actually an object to touch and take and equip, but with such an Arcana check, that's why I wanted to ask for it because I thought it would be a little mixed in between. But we're going to have some fun here.
It's gray ground.
It is. This is why we ask for rolls where there's realms of chance. Thankfully, you are a learned red wizard.
Yeah, plus 9, level 4. The Arcana check is.
What this is you've definitely read about this kind of magic before. You just knew it was way beyond your current comprehension and your scope. It was almost unimaginable to you that a mortal could wield this kind of power. But it is within the realm of something along the lines of like teleport or plane shift or even like arcane gate. You know, this is the rift. It is a tear in the little tiny space between realms. Obviously, through deductive powers, you would quickly know this goes to the elemental plane of Earth. What you also know is in the school of conjuration. And then with that great roll, you can look and you can see either someone has... Actually, no, that's a pretty fantastic roll. You're going to get this. You know, especially through the way the Cloud Ocean was told that it was made, was they opened various rifts to the elemental plane of air and water side by side. So you'd imagine that if you did something for the elemental plane of Earth, those properties would bleed into this realm, enriching the rocks and the earth around it. And you begin to look around and you realize that whether it was a week ago, a month ago, years ago, you're uncertain how long this transformation takes. But at one point, this whole place was just plain boring rock. Over time, and through the sheer presence of such a tear in the plains, that magic and that essence has bled into the material world. And much like water soaks up a sponge, much like a sponge soaks up water, this rock has taken very well to the energies from the elemental plane of Earth. And that's what that roll gets you.
Very, very important information. It's obvious. So it's obvious to the doctor this was not a natural rift. This is a created rift, correct?
That much is still rough. Because either way, the same result would be given.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way everything has been shifted and changed around here, you don't see any elements of a casting or a spell.
Yeah, but also depending how long this is casted, probably with me anyways.
Exactly.
So, man. Once Doc's done examining this, he's going to look to Red and Zahn. Well, this is definitely the rift we are looking for. This is clearly, I mean, this gestures around, been here for quite a while, at least.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, we
Red,
definitely need to send for that professor then.
would you contact Eva and inform her of all of this?
Certainly. And she will cast message again. And Eva, there are a whole bunch of gems and things back here, and definitely the rift that the elementals are getting through.
Okay.
Are you going to stay out there?
Until the darkness is gone.
Right. I'm not sure I can get rid of that, or any of us here can get rid of that, unfortunately. Would you like me to walk you through it? I'll hold on to you and you'll be right next to me the whole time.
Is it necessary?
It will be eventually. I don't think it's necessary, especially like right now. I'm sure the professor can probably get rid of the darkness before coming back here to get rid of the rift. But I'd really like you to see it. It's beautiful.
I'll be here.
Right.
I guess come get me then?
I'm on my way. And Red will make her way towards the exit of this little cavern thing. I'm going to get Eva. I'll be right back.
Mind the pit.
Thank you.
Welcome.
She kind of wrinkles her nose.
Zahn's just taken the python that she had in the back of her hand axe and is just chipping away, getting whatever gem
As
she
As you're
Yeah,
can.
doing that,
Ruby.
you hear boom, boom, and you look over,
She-
and the dude with the 2 arms is just going ham.
Doc's going to look for a patch of diamonds.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Red's gonna make her way back out, scooting along the wall.
Okay. You make it out just fine.
All right. So we're going to scoot along the wall to get in there. It's not for very far, this darkness. But I've got to. Do you trust me?
Lead the way.
All right. And she'll wrap an arm around Eva's shoulders.
I can show
And
you the world.
and scoot them both along the wall back into
Shining,
the cavern.
shimmering.
The irony of it all, last week is that Eva's the one that has Featherfall.
Yep.
And spider climb.
Aw.
The thing is, she couldn't cast on us because
No,
we didn't
I couldn't
outside of
see you.
us. Yeah.
You also have spider climb, so you can't really fall.
You're like the best to not fall.
Yeah.
Yep.
basically.
Exactly.
The two make it
The only
through just
problem is
fine.
she really likes being able to see where the fuck she's going.
After
Understandable.
20 feet of absolute darkness, you emerge on the other side, Eva. And the sight before you. I don't want to take agency away from you, but I believe it would definitely be something awe-inspiring to Eva. Beautiful. As far as you can see, just little speckles of light, red, green, blue, white.
Was it worth the momentary darkness?
It's quite pretty.
I
Right,
hope you-
Bard. I don't get those.
One of you fellows with the arms, grab me a ruby, would you?
They kind of look at you, kind of like, this bitch.
Hey, we found this for him.
We did.
Zon's
we
trying
found
really
this for you.
hard.
We do
You
need a
wouldn't have
finder's
known-
fee, in a
right.
sense.
You wouldn't have known this was here without us.
I can be so mean to them right now.
By the time you see 2 more have come through with bags.
Eva's
I'm
gonna
asking-
lay a hand on one of them
Oh shit.
and cast Charm Person.
Oh yes. Oh, he's gonna be filling our bag for us. All right.
Hold, please. What
She
is
knew
your
this was coming.
DC?
Oh, it is verbal, so she'll try and whisper it under her breath.
All right, what's your DC?
15.
What do you say?
Darling, if you don't mind, we could use a little help.
That's a fail.
Yes. This is our payback for you skipping us out and paying us for our last job.
Would you be a dear and grab a diamond for us? One doesn't need to be too big, but like it would sell for maybe 300 gold.
Well, I mean, I'm no jeweler guy, but sure, I'll grab one for you. Anything you need. And he starts just filling a bag.
That's all I need.
Doc's
Only
alright.
one. Get them all.
Doc's also looking for diamonds specifically.
Make an
It's
investigation
easier to
check.
get one than to get 100.
There's 4 of us. We can get 4.
Yes, we also have to get them out of the valley.
Yeah.
All I want is a ruby and I'll be fine.
Okay, and plonk, you see one just throw one in there.
A big ruby.
How big? Do you like
Biggest one in here?
describe it?
The biggest one you can find.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Fit in
no.
the bag, lady.
You are pushing my limits, dear.
Mhm.
Actually, no. He just read the finger.
Yeah.
'Cause he's not charmed by red.
No, he's not.
Doc's looking for diamonds at anywhere from 100 to 500 in price. He's just going to try to use his dagger to chip them out.
Okay. What was your investigation check?
It is. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna add a D4 on that because why not? 21.
And your little charmed guy roll a 17. 21. I would say you could find one. You're not really a practiced jeweler, but you are of the art. Make an Arcana check.
I do have a 50 gold diamond on me.
So yeah, so you have something to compare it to at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does that make your Arcana check or no?
No, because you would have that 50 gold diamond with you, and you would know what the base off of. You feel confident the one you were able to kind of see and begin to chip out, it's probably anywhere around 150, 200.
Good start. Doc will work on that on his own unless anyone wants to help him.
Okay.
Zon's going to try and find, since the other guy isn't playing nice,
What are you going to try and find?
a ruby.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Oh god.
Nice.
I'm gonna add a D4 onto that.
Does Zon have a pickaxe with her?
No, but she has a hammer and one of the items that Red gave her, so that's a 14.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah. You find one that's, I mean, looking at Red's hand versus your hand, I mean, it's big for her hand.
Okay, she'll take it. Yep.
Okay.
Does she get it out?
I'll make a strength check. Doctor, same for you.
Cool.
That was almost a natural one.
Ooh.
12.
12? It's going to take a little bit of time.
That's fine.
5 from the doctor.
5?
Jeez.
It's going to be a minute
Negative
for
1,
you.
so.
It's going to be a while. You're like the guy in Squid Games who has the needle and just slowly pecking away at her outsides.
I still passed the test though, so.
How long do all of you stay here?
If this thing takes more than 15 minutes, I think Doc would be just like forget it.
Okay. It's going to take more than 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
How long is it before the school closes? The library, whatever it is.
It was
the place.
already late afternoon, so
Okay.
It's closed by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually getting close to like shutdown time. You can see the guys are like hurrying because they know they got to go check out.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably go back up there and let the man know.
So
Maybe
we'll say, Eva, since you did the charming and it lasts an hour, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a d4 to start.
A D4.
Yep.
That's a solid 1.
1.
Ooh.
Okay. Based on that, roll a d6.
That's a 2.
Okay. He is able to get you 1 200 gold diamond.
Good enough.
And he puts it into a little pouch for you that you probably gave him. He hands it back to you. Here you go.
And I will tuck it in my dress.
Now, the question is, do you stay the whole hour?
No.
Okay. How long do you wait till you leave?
How long does it take him to acquire this?
That, because he's got the tools needed, barely half hour.
Knowing that we probably have to talk to the dude. It's getting late. We should probably get back to our own places. Not sure when this professor is gonna end up coming down here. I would say no more than 45 minutes. She's not gonna wait the full hour.
Okay, so about 45 minutes. What is your plan? Because they've started to
very-
fill their things up and leave.
Just gonna look at Bread and just ask, I don't know if you're done, but would you mind bringing me back the other way?
Right, I've got you. I'm done anyway. I can't get any of these out. No bother trying. Are any of the rest of us going now?
Probably Doc's probably joining you, realizing doesn't have the time to do this.
Is Zon able to get the ruby out?
Yes, with the full 45 minutes you are given, yes.
Cool. She'll walk up to Red, hold out the ruby to her. I'm good to go, and plop it in her hand.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
She's gonna put it in her pack. And
Holy shit, Red said thank you to Zon.
Right?
Market people, that's a holiday.
Yep, clip it.
she got a ruby. What's she gonna say?
Yeah.
She's gonna wrap an arm around Eva and go first through the darkness,
Okay.
hugging the wall and all that jazz.
Okay.
A Doc falling behind.
Okay.
Zon will go last.
Zon goes last.
Yep.
Roll a perception check for me.
No.
She doesn't have dark vision, does she?
Nope. 14.
Man.
Okay. Thank you.
Something grabs her and drags her through the portal. It's fine.
You don't notice anything.
Oh,
Actually
that's
brings
not
up-
good.
it brings
All
up
right.
a point, actually, when Doc was looking at the rift, is it a one-way portal? Be able to tell that?
You would know that most natural rifts are two ways.
Mhm.
Some of them, like the constructed ones, are one way because they're usually placed in a location to get something out of it. Give me a general history check.
General history? Okay.
Yeah.
21?
21. You know that typically ones that are manufactured for the use of humankind are one way. One great example would be two that you have read about that reside in larger cities. They're side by side. They are from the elemental plane of fire and the elemental plane of water, and they are used to supply heat and water piped through most of a city.
Steam engines, basically.
Yes. Well, really just like heated and cold water.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much for the
Okay.
steam power. The heat is there just like an arcane city, a strong enough to hold a city arcane water heater. And through various other methods of arcane, they pump water, fresh water, through the city.
The concept of a hot shower is probably pretty foreign.
It's foreign to those not in these larger islands like where you're at. Where you're at,
Yeah.
they're not so foreign.
Okay.
They're definitely don't really reside out of the places close to the center of the island because that's where the castle is. That's where most of the arcane technology is. As you get further out, as you know, further out and down, it's a little less and less and less arcane infused, technologically advanced, a little more poverty.
I guess as we're heading out, Chris said we probably should head back to Avis and let him know we found.
All right, we have a couple of stops we should probably make. One here, one's Avis.
Are we sure we
Mm.
want to stop the one here? I don't trust this man. I don't think he didn't know about that.
It's really not a matter of choice, unfortunately.
People are in danger. You saw that one man coming out with a covered cart, right?
Yes, that's why I don't trust the man he works for.
If we don't do anything, though, we endanger everybody that will come in here.
True.
We could go to the foreman, but he would have to report to us anyway, so there's really no way around it.
And what is he really going to do if we tell him we found it and he already knew?
You know, how violent the man was earlier, probably try to kill us and make sure we can't tell anyone.
4 against 1, he's fine. We're fine.
4 against 1, 3 of us injured.
What? Yeah.
And I'm running low on my magical capabilities for today.
Let's leave this to the higher ups.
We will be back tomorrow with the professor, potentially some more guards.
And
And
so
at
if
the
someone
very-
else dies because an elemental comes out, you're willing to have that on your conscience.
We can put it on the foreman. The foreman will have to report to him. And if the foreman has half a brain, he'll at least know that he's not sending men to his death.
Well, at the moment, the only ones who know about it are the, 4 that were in there, and one guy who we know for sure already knew about it.
So if we tell Buck, Buck should be able to.
Buck's not,
Handle it.
Buck's not in charge of this area.
Mm-mm. They're 2 completely separate areas.
Yes.
We have to tell the person that's in charge of this area.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go find them real quick before the sun goes down.
I just know Doc doesn't trust that man, considering he was very violent towards us.
I mean, you were all very talkative and weren't actually answering his question.
I was answering his question.
No.
Not my fault.
No, you
Yes,
weren't.
yes, I was.
maybe
He asked for
maybe
information. I gave him.
No, he
information.
didn't.
He did.
No, he asked, did you kill them or what happened?
He asked for what happened and what we are
Not
here for.
not exactly what happened. You were very elaborating and
regardless. Regardless. I believe Bless You should be the one to go in there and tell them because apparently they don't have a problem with Bless You. So
I
you
got
go
to the
in there.
point. Sure.
you tell them what's going on.
Yep.
We'll be there for backup just in case.
Cool.
If you want to do that mind thingy-majiggy or whatever with someone.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Yep.
Doc's just going to come up behind you and pat you on the back, right on top of your axe. And what's your main limb of the axe, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to throw a magic weapon into that.
Okay. How long does that last?
1 hour. It is not concentration for me.
Life.
Yep.
Right, let's go.
All right.
Yay.
We have long miles to go before we sleep.
Yep.
Okay. Are you hiding the newly acquired bags?
Yep.
The newly
I don't have
acquired
any.
bag? Oh, I don't have. I have my bag that I've always had.
Okay, so you stuffed yours into that bag.
Yes.
Okay.
And then either one of the two, she can throw her whatever she has into my doctor's bag.
And Red has all kinds of secret compartments. You
Neela,
know.
what do you do with yours?
There are things I could do, but are they things I should do?
Yes.
Yes.
You
The
can
answer is
do whatever
always
you
yes.
like. T.I. said it best. You can do whatever you like.
No. That's great.
So we have a bard for a DM.
Um. Sorry, I'm actually trying to remember how the chest works because that's essentially my backpack, correct? Like that goes
Yes.
with me?
Yes. So it would be. That's a really good question. How big the chest is? I don't know if it's ever specified how big that
That's what
chest
I was.
is.
I'm gonna see if I can look that up real quick. But in the meantime, she's the lamp that she normally carries is out of oil, so she's just gonna stick it in the lamp and put it back in the chest.
Oh my god, that's genius!
Amazing.
It
You,
works.
you guys, if I ever need something to smuggle, I'm grabbing this party.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm gonna double check this real quick just
Okay.
to be sure. But go
Okay.
ahead.
So you all make your way back to the Gold Creek Mining Company head office building, essentially.
Yep.
Who all
Oh,
goes
and before
inside?
she gets there,
Okay.
she's casting detect. Hold on. How long does that last?
Thoughts?
Oh, it only lasts 1 minute. Dang. If she sees somebody coming towards her, she's gonna cast detect thoughts subtle spell. Anyway, continue.
Oh, okay. Roll a d20.
Who, me? Okay.
Yes.
Oh shit. It'd be a 16.
Okay. The surface thought you get as this individual walks past you is just very quiet, very, very like gravelly thought. Like, you can almost hear like his voice, his inner voice is his outer voice. You can hear just, God, fucking crotch is on fire. It's fucking.
Oh,
You see, he's
He
walking a
needs to
little
visit the
weird.
apothecary. Jeez.
Hey, you cast or detect thoughts on random people. They're minors.
On anyone that looked like they were walking her way with a purpose, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
to
mean,
look in her
there's plenty
back.
of people walking behind you because it's time to go home.
Right. But are they zeroed in on her?
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's not good.
Not good.
No. It's a whole 6.
A whole 6. Everybody's
Yep.
just trying to get home.
Cool. She hasn't cast anything yet then.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who goes inside?
Zon will.
Okay.
Eva, did you wanna come since you're the only other one that was allowed in with me?
I can if you'd like. I threatened him the last time, so I don't know how well that went over.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's why
I
I
It's up
think
said
to you.
You know, maybe you might need to be there for some more scientific explanations. And then
Scientific explanations would be the doctor, sorry.
yeah, but he doesn't like the doctor.
He doesn't like any of us but you. If you establish a mind link,
Yes, I can
You
go in
know,
with you. Don't.
Cool.
Let's.
Cool. And she'll mind link with the doctor.
there.
All right.
For explanation purposes. And she'll go into the Gold Creek Company main office.
You head inside. You see the same individual, Elijah, sitting behind the main desk. He sees the two of you. Gets a little wide-eyed.
Hi, Elijah. We're back.
Hi. End of day.
Yep. Can we see Sebastian, please?
Yep. Like 1 minute.
Thank you.
And he gets up and walks to the door, opens it, closes it. A few moments go by. Door
Mhm.
opens. Elijah gestures you in. A little more
Okay,
like
well,
calm now. Like, come on
we
in.
will go in. Yep, totally. We'll go in.
And he closes the door behind you. As he leaves, he closes it with him. And you can
With
see,
what?
like, as he leaves the room, he closes the door with him. Like, when he leaves, he closes it
Yeah.
as he leaves.
Uh-oh.
As you head in, you see Sebastian sitting behind his desk. You see there are 2 empty glasses on the desk closest to you two, and the one semi-full glass next to him that he is currently drinking on. Well, anything weird out there? And he kind of
I
takes a little
mean-
drink, sets it down.
To be quite frank, yeah. Your minds are fucked up.
Are you fucking with me?
Nah.
And he just takes the drink and he takes the main bottle, pours 2 cups, like gives him half full, and
Yeah.
then finishes his off to the top. What did you find in my fucking mines?
She'll take the glass and sit down like, oh yeah, I'm totally business-like. I got this.
About this
Oh my
point,
God.
that the two
Oh,
of you
yeah.
have had a little more time with the individual, you're starting to get a beat on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize he's definitely worked his way through it, even though he did do it with arcane tech, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You can still see the scars on the knuckles and the hands, even though they now have incredibly beautiful rings upon them, bracelet. His attire is nice, but you can
He's
still see it.
put the work in.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially because it's past end of day. You can tell he is just not
Yeah.
about it right now.
Nah.
But he takes a gulp, puts it down. All right, just do I have to close them? Don't tell me you found anything. Tell me good news maybe first.
Not really.
Great.
Yeah. You got the map? Might be just easier to point it out.
Did you talk to Eva or Sebastian?
No, that's to Sebastian.
Okay.
Because he has the full map of his
he sets
minds.
it out and opens it up. Sure.
She'll lean over and point to Tunnel G, and then to the left, she'll kind of motion down there, where that cave-in happened.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, not really a cave-in.
What do you mean?
Kind of looks to Eva like magic.
And he'll look to Eva.
Just raises an eyebrow at him.
What do you mean, no cave-in?
Magic. That's what we mean. Illusion. Darkness.
No, there was
Pitfalls.
a cave-in.
Yeah, that's fake.
No, there was an explosion. There was a rock slide. We lost somebody.
Well, clearly not. Maybe not to the. Did you recover the body? Not to be insensitive. Okay, well then somebody might have cleared it up. Put an illusion over top because they didn't care about anybody else because you have people stealing from you.
You can see now the business is back, and there's the finer lines in his mouth are beginning to tighten. You can see a little.
Somebody
vein
doesn't want people
on his
going in
forehead
there.
begin to oof.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you mean someone is stealing from me? And you hear a little crack as you realize the glass he's holding might break soon.
Well, basically where your cave-in was, if you go back there, it's not actually there. That's an illusion. I walked right through it, and it's pitch black, and then we fell down a pit, and I got really fucked up. We had to climb our way out of there and blast our way out of there. And then past that, there's the rift that all those monsters are coming from. And it's surrounded in Tunnel G, yes, into a big open area, and it is filled with precious gems. And while we were walking down,
led with that.
I mean, I would, yeah. But there was one guy. Yeah, the rift that probably killed some of your men and all the others in the other mines. But there was this one guy, as we were going down there, he had a big cart. Like, he was using 2 of those arms to push it. He had it covered, but
what did it look like?
it was filled.
I believe he did get a name, actually. or at least Doc overheard the other workers saying it.
She'll ask back. Did we get a description on the guy with the card with the gems?
I remember, so player remembers you just the two of the miners asked, "It was it this guy? So is this what this guy was hauling out of here?" They said his name, and obviously we all saw him. I saw his face, so we know we have a description.
You would have heard the name Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Better than the name I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
give
right.
him, because I was gonna call him Kyle.
Yeah, I think they refer to him as Dylan.
Dylan. That doesn't. And then you can almost see like the dots connecting in his
Oh.
eyes. Dylan said he was done after today. He was gonna go find our job.
Nah. He
Okay.
well,
You threw a big ass card out.
because he's probably stealing all that money from you and doesn't actually have a job. He's just rich now. Yeah. Take a deep breath, finish your glass before it breaks. Yep.
Throws it down.
Yep.
Right. Now, just so for the DM remembers, did you guys say you were gonna in the original conversation? Did you say you were coming to close it as well, or you had some way to close it?
Yes.
We haven't
Okay.
said that yet to him.
You haven't said Sebastian yet.
No. We haven't told him that we're going to close it. We were just explaining.
Okay.
Didn't you
Well,
say
yeah,
that in the
I
original
believe
conversation, though?
With Elijah,
The-
though,
the-
we did mention we would bring guards, the Imperial Captain Guards, whatever.
That's right. You did say that.
To close,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
This morning,
yeah.
This afternoon when you came by, it said
Uh-huh.
if you found it, someone could close it.
Yeah, we're going
Who
to
is
talk to
that?
them after. Wait while player looks it up. Maybe. Nope. I didn't write notes that session. Whoops. Nope.
Even-
Professor Lavina.
Right. And he you see him grab a piece of paper and write that down. And he just yells,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we're
yeah!"
gonna go.
You hear he goes running in. Yes, sir. Go find this person. I want them here. Crack of dawn tomorrow. Don't care what it takes.
We're
Even-
headed there right after, actually. So we can go and get her.
Oh. Leave.
Yeah.
Elijah just leave. And he hands the letter to Zahn.
The whiplash. She'll take the letter up, stick it in her
It's
chop.
literally
Okay.
just like a quick, it has like a letterhead,
Yep.
Did we already tell? Did we already tell him that that's where the elementals are coming from, and that he needs to
Yes. Yes, that's why he wrote the letter.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll
So
head out
yeah.
there and block it off.
Okay. So
Then.
yeah.
Anything
That was a
else?
pretty big find we found.
That was.
Yeah.
How
You
about
are
once
not
we
subtle.
take care of the first round of business, handle the second round.
I can work with that. Thank you for the consideration.
Thank you for not stealing from me.
No. I didn't have my pick on me, so. Or those fancy hands. Okay, let's go find Dr. whatever her name is.
Make a deception check.
You just had to say it, didn't you?
I know you just had to respond.
I mean, either way, I think her silence would have been taken as, yes, I'm stealing from you. I'm going to add help
I
dice
mean,
onto that.
Okay.
Technically,
not bad. Good
you
roll.
aren't
Good roll.
stealing from him. Technically, you are not. No.
Technically, I'm not. That's a 14 total.
Okay. You walk out.
Okay. And I will just continue walking out, just right in between the other two, like, let's go.
Okay. You all head back to your. Where is everybody going?
Aren't we going to
still-
tell?
Avis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys want to go find the other doctor, professor, the professor, Lavina, I can go talk to Avis,
I mean,
split up the team, get more done.
2 of us are technically going back to town and 2 of us are not. So
Yeah.
I suppose the 2 of us that are going back to town should go talk to Professor Avis or Professor Lavina, whatever. And the other 2 talk to Avis.
Is she going to be around? It's quite late for her.
I
Mm,
mean,
She's normally around in the morning.
Zahn,
She has no classes in the morning. As far as how late she stays,
Zahn pulls out the letter from her shirt. He gave me this, so it has the letterhead, so you might be able to get some sway with this.
you can at least get in. At the very
Yeah.
least get it and call it an emergency. Emergency.
all right. Well, we'll say how urgent it is. Will you be coming with me, Eva? Would you prefer to go home?
Me, Zon can pick up her day's pay from Avis.
Where are
Right.
you going, dear? Because, I mean, I can stop by the university on the way home. That's not a big deal.
I'm going back to town.
Makes sense.
You don't want to have another sleepover at Doc's?
No, I'm far more used to the town than I am not town.
You don't want beaker coffee?
You know, I'll drink my own sludge, thank you.
Okay.
Beaker coffee. I love it. It's good.
It's not wrong.
Not
It's
wrong at all.
No.
No. Okay, so we know where everybody's
At
going.
least At least I didn't call it beaker bean juice.
Beaker bean juice.
Beaker bean juice.
No, it's just beaker coffee made by the guy with
Yep.
a beak.
Yep.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise. With that, we're going to take our break there. 'Cause it is 7:30. I just want to know where everybody was going, so when we got back, we'll roll right into it.
Yee.
All right, then. Well, everybody, thank you
Well-
so much for hanging out for the first half. We do really appreciate it. We're going to go take our break real quick. We'll be gone about 15 minutes. And for our new platforms, we have kind of a slogan, essentially, because I'm a big proprietor of snacks. The only reason I don't snack now is because I don't want you hearing me chew my loud Doritos, because I know this mic will definitely pick it up. So I will snack off camera. So as we're on our break, we always want to let you know, go get some snacks, because I will always be a big push for snacks at the D&D table. It is the core of any D&D table, is proper snacks and beverages. And if you think you're wrong, fight me.
Was that fight you or bite you?
Bring it.
Yes.
But we'll see you in about 15 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out during our break. We hope you enjoyed it. I went and had some, how do I put this without getting yelled at by companies? I had some chips that are known for their nacho cheese flavor.
Yeah, gamer chips.
I had gamer chips. Yeah. I had gamer chips. What about you guys? What did everybody get? I want to know.
I'm having grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yes, staple.
I got me the gamer drink.
The game. Okay. Yeah. I love it. Love it. Gamer drink.
Wait. Which gamer drink? There've been a few of them now.
The one Halo has been part of mostly.
Ah,
Gotcha.
Got it.
gamer. The
How to
gamer
avoid
energy
brands.
drink. Yep.
The staple. The OG. The number one. The top tier. I could go on.
The one that goes, the one that goes with Brandon's chips.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
I too have chips that are known semi for their barbecue flavor.
Ooh, nice. I do love me some
Yes.
barbecue
Mhm.
chips. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Tasha, what'd you have?
Still working on my protein shake.
Ooh, nice.
It's It's chocolate fudge flavored, so
Oh,
I'm
that
good.
sounds really good.
That sounds, yeah, that sounds really good.
I'm gonna have to go get some ice cream now.
I'm trying to behave, B.
Y'all,
Stop.
listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get back. I went somewhere, a place known for its fuck it. I went to Steak and Shake. Okay, and they had a thing called a Nutella shake. A Nutella
Oh.
shake.
Knows.
Let me tell you
Oh.
something. Don't do
Oh.
it. It's delicious. It'll change your life.
I'm gonna do it.
You actually remind me. I have some homemade ice cream my brother made for last night's
Oh,
celebrations.
that sounds really good.
Yeah, it's vanilla with I think it was
I'm getting fatter just sitting here.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, going back into tonight's episode, we have two. We're splitting the party.
Mhm.
Two of you are heading back. So wait, no. Two of you are going to the academy, and two of you are going to Avis. So let's start with those who will be closest to where they're currently at. So Doctor and Levikazan. The two of you. Did I say that right?
Yep,
I'll get
close
it.
enough.
Say it again for me.
I mean, you basically said it right.
Okay.
Yep.
The two of you are heading to the Kingdom's mining location, looking out for the foreman you've come to know as Avis.
Mhm.
You get there and you realize it's pretty much a ghost town at this point. It's pretty barren. There's a few stragglers here and there, but you head to the
See-
building you're familiar with. Do you head inside?
Doctor would knock. before
As
he
Zod
entered.
just walks in.
Doctor knocks, and Zan, you walk in, the door is locked.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it's just woof.
Loses all the health that she just got. It's fine.
You're a barbarian, not a wizard. Calm down.
Oh my! Wizard dies from
Not in
1d4
this game.
door damage.
I know she has. I think she has more health than I do right now. Just by
Oh,
like 3
God.
points.
No, I have 19.
Oh, you have by 4 points. Never mind.
That's good. So a moment passes, and you just hear a voice. Did somebody just run to the fucking door?
Zon's gonna step back behind the doctor. Like, she totally didn't just run into the door.
You hear an unlock. It opens. Avis is standing there.
Evening.
What are you? Oh, right. Come in. He
Yeah.
realizes why you're here.
Yep.
Hey, it's us.
We
Well,
head on in.
He starts like,
I have some good news.
go ahead, and he starts.
But also bad news.
Do you need this divvied up in 4 pouches again? I'm running low on pouches.
Nah.
Oh, thank
Nah,
goodness.
we'll hand out their share. So good news, we found the rift.
Okay.
Other good news for you, it's over in the other camp.
That is good news. That's
But
really
also-
good news.
Bad news
I
because
don't. You just gave me good news.
we gave you 2 good newses versus the 1 bad news.
All right, go ahead.
They're still coming over here. So,
Well, yeah, we know they're still coming over here.
yeah.
We'll be closing it in the morning with the
Well,
professor.
hopefully closing it.
Well, our 2 compatriots are heading over to the academy right now to speak with her and let her know. I don't know if there's something you can do with this legally, considering they're all privateer companies, and then it is the mine the rift is found in was owned by Golden Creek. We managed to get permission by the, I guess, owner
Yep.
to investigate.
You see, there's like a
And
look of recognition on his face, like, yeah, I'm aware of who that is. They, for the most
Mhm.
part, they never really rubbed me the wrong way.
No, it seemed pretty decent when we told him that he was being stolen from. So,
He stayed calm. Really?
mm,
I mean, he didn't shatter the glass that he was
Yeah,
holding.
that's
So,
that's the
but there was that
Sebastian I
one
know.
vein that like
Oh, the
popped
right here,
down.
one right
Just,
here, yeah.
yeah,
And he
yeah,
points it
yeah.
out perfectly. You start to realize he probably knows who the fuck this guy is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
May both of you make a perception check for me.
Will do.
50.
Okay.
Reload my page real quick. There we go. 8.
8. Okay.
Mhm.
Zahn, as you're kind of getting this, you're like, wow, he kind of knows this guy. And you kind of look over and you can see there's this little like corner desk with this familiar shaped glass bottle and brown liquid.
Are you two drinking buddies?
I'm no.
Oh
Believe
my
us,
god.
We
You
wouldn't
can't
tell
tell
anyone.
anybody.
Of course
We won't
not.
tell anyone.
Look, we were neighbors growing up. I went into this business.
Oh,
He went into the privatized.
you're best friends.
Not best friends. He's still an asshole.
I mean, yeah, best friends are assholes to each other.
Well,
It's nice.
well, your friend happened. What a rift is. It's. I examined it. I couldn't tell how long it's been there, but it's been there long enough to have an effect on the cavern it's in.
What do you mean?
The cavern is filled with all sorts of precious gems.
Really?
Rubies, emeralds, topazes, diamonds.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot. And your friend was getting it stolen underneath his nose, actually.
Oh no.
One of his employees had cleared the debris away from that cavern because it had collapsed soon after they found it.
Yep.
And he set up an illusionary wall and
What?
a pit trap with darkness protecting it.
Oh yeah.
We luckily
One guy?
realized that
Might have been more.
I doubt it was just one, but we only know of one right now.
But I mean, with their arms that they have and they can do all that stuff, he probably spent the whole day there just doing all that. So that's probably why his cart was full.
Yeah,
Or he was doing it over a couple of days or a month. Yeah.
It's been there for 2 weeks, from what I understood.
No, it was
That's when the mine collapsed last.
a month ago that it collapsed.
I don't remember the exact time we were told, but
I wrote it down. It was a month.
Okay. In character, Doctor just says that either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, from my understanding, it had to have been there for quite a while, at the very least, to have that effect on the terrain around it.
Hmm.
Though I was not able to ascertain whether it was manually placed by someone or was
that does
natural.
make a little bit of sense because I remember about a month ago, he said they were starting to get into some good veins. And that's when the collapse happened.
Right? Not a coincidence.
At the time, no, of course not.
Right?
But now with the idea of
How?
someone hiding it from him, because even your men, a month would not take you. It would not take you over a month to get a tunnel clear of debris.
No, but with them, it's a different way of thinking.
Yes.
Something collapses, you just move on.
I don't know.
Well,
So if you find a cavern, I imagine, especially for you, you would want to excavate that cavern as much as possible.
We would, but when you're in the private sector, here we get paid. There, it's time is money. Something collapses, usually the owner, whoever over Sebastian, will cut the loss and move on.
he believed it was a collapse tunnel the whole time, so it makes sense that he didn't try and look into it.
Well,
then. And about this time, he just like shoves a pile of gold over you guys.
okay. Doc will start collecting the gold and gives on her share.
40 pieces of gold.
Yeah, he'll give Zon 10. He'll pocket 10 for himself and keep the other 20 to get to his friends later.
I've almost made up for my losses.
I made back my
I
losses.
heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hits hard, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, that's why.
I still hit pretty hard.
That's why I keep him around.
Mm.
Well, after tomorrow, no more. Well, there should be no additional elementals to deal with. Anything that left over will be remnants from it.
Well, that's good news. We can definitely start. We've definitely been a little more careful where we choose to go.
Just be more aware. We don't know how many got out before now. So,
Got you.
but we did take care of quite a few in your area, so I imagine this area is probably safer.
Well, that's good. Once it's closed, whatever this thing is, not going to put you out of the job right away if you guys want to stay on.
We'll stay on a few
on a
probably
retainer
few
cost.
days. Yeah, just in case there is any leftover elementals to be safe.
All right.
They could have invested the whole mountain.
I hope
Mm.
not.
We have no idea. We'll find out more information tomorrow when the professor comes, and she'll probably be more likely to tell us if that was placed by someone else or not.
That's a good
And
point.
if it was placed, it's important to find out by who,
Right.
because that form of magic and it's very rare, high level, I would say. Be way beyond my own capabilities.
About this time, you realize you've lost him about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
He's just been
That's probably used to
smiling
that.
and nodding.
You lost on about a minute ago.
Yeah. Doc's very much used to just talking out loud to himself at this point.
Right. Well, it's time to go now. I've got to
Yes.
get going.
We should be heading off as well.
That's probably a great idea.
Doc will stand and give a little curtsy bow and head out.
He'll just wave.
Just salutes as she walks out.
He tries to figure it out, like, see ya.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should head back to the apothecary.
Yes, I would love to just faceplant in the garden and pass out for the night.
Okay. The two of you head to the apothecary. We'll come back to you later.
Mhm.
Red and Eva. You are heading
Yellow.
to the academy.
Mm-hmm.
Just one moment, please.
Nope, you're good. Take your time.
Where did I put that note? There you are. You are heading to the Bexrine Academy, School of the Arcane Arts. This time of day, there's actually some, student presence still. You see one class that's actually, gathered off in, a courtyard area. And you can see they're doing lessons about casting various sources of light. And Red, very familiar to you, and Eva, I imagine to you as well, the light cantrip. You've at least definitely seen it.
Yeah.
Well, very familiar to you, Red. You watch as,
Yee.
of course, through your method and their method, two different paths to get the same result. You watch as they take their wand and they trace these symbols in the air, and then they give it a little tap against this symbol that was stayed airborne, and they tap it, and the wand becomes the object of light. See the students oh, and they start looking, their heads are down, starting to take notes. But where do you want to go? Do you just want to head right into the building, try and find somebody? How are you going to go about this?
Well, the times we were here before, we had to find somebody first, right?
You did.
Okay, so let's find someone.
Okay.
That being said, Eva went with Doc to the professor's office, so
You
she
did.
at least knows where that is.
You do. You know where the classroom
Whether
is.
or not we still need to be accompanied there is a different story.
Welcome to do whichever sees fit. What do you want to do?
We should probably find someone to escort us there, since it was kind of made a point of the first time.
Certainly.
I mean, we know where we're going. We could leave them there, but apparently they don't like strangers on campus.
I don't think it's the strangers part, dear. I think it's the we want to make sure we're getting our money's worth out of people part.
Mm.
So if you're going to try and find
I don't-
somebody, need both
Yeah.
of you to make a perception check, or one of you may choose to do it with advantage.
How's your perception?
No.
Ugh.
Separate,
Okay, we can do separate,
just in case.
just in case.
17 for Eva.
Yeah, it doesn't friggin' find it for her. So
What'd you roll?
a 9.
Okay.
Yep.
Eva, as you're walking around trying to figure out who you could probably point out, you notice this kind of a slender build female with black hair, kind of tight into like a high bun, wearing not quite what you'd expect a professor to wear. She's wearing robes, but they're definitely tailored to the figure. They're not like the usual flowy traditional robes. They're a little snug and showy. And you can actually see she's walking with a bit of haste in your direction.
Definitely accenting the curves.
Oh, yeah.
You said she's coming my way?
She's coming towards you, too.
Is this the same one that we had met yesterday?
No.
Different one. Okay. I will cease moving in the direction I was going, just so that I don't cause any undue force in opposite directions, and wait for her to catch up.
As she gets closer, she does kind of see the two of you and just gives like a polite smile and a nod.
Does she seem... Well, actually, Eva wouldn't know anyway. Never mind. I am going to just kind of reach out and say, pardon me, just a second of your time, if that's all right.
And she kind of stops. Oh, yes, of course. Can I help the two of you? Looking for
we're looking
your siblings?
We're looking for, Professor Lavina? Do you know where she might be at this time?
Yes, she actually has a night class she teaches for her conjuration.
Would you be able to point us in the direction she's expecting us?
Oh, certainly. She kind of like does some quick math in her head. I can take you there. Come with me. And she starts to walk that way.
Awesome.
We'll follow, or at least I will.
Okay.
Yep.
As you're following her, Eva, what you would pick up on is that on her left forearm, you can see what you thought was just this nice like piece of cloth. Actually, on the inside of the forearm, you can see there's a wand stuffed there. Almost like a hidden blade, but it's a hidden wand. And you're like, oh, she's dangerous. Like you immediately pick up on that.
Does Red feel some kind of a kindred vibe here?
Make an insight check.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, nope, not a thing. It's a 6.
6? No, you see.
I'm changing my dice.
She's to Red, which you were trying to figure out. If you get a feel for her, she's just some professor, whatever.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
So you.
Yeah, we're following.
Follow her.
Yep.
She leads you down a familiar pathway to you, to the classroom. And you can see the door is open and there is a class being taught by Miss Professor Lalau. LA''Lou. Lalau. And you can see the grizzled hair, the wide eccentric motions as she is casting a spell. You can see there's students taking notes, and the person with you. We do ask you don't interrupt during a class, but if you need to speak with her, I can get her.
Kind of looks at Red. How urgent do you think this is? I mean, there are lives at stake, but
Right. It is kind of a matter of life or death, although minds are rather
then.
empty at night.
And you watch as she just takes that left hand and flicks it out. And Red, now you notice a wand just appears in her grasp.
Oh.
And you hear. Do either of you speak Celestial?
Oh, yes.
You hear a string of words that roughly equate to a sentence structure of release, untangle, and be no more. And she casts Counterspell at the professor. And you can watch as the professor is mid-casting. And then you watch as the arcane magic just becomes no more.
Oh.
That would be so infuriating.
All the students are like looking around, and you can just see just this twitch of the head as she looks over. Ah. Professor Pearson.
Just kind of give that nervous wave of like, hi,
Oh,
sorry.
She's not nervous whatsoever. She kind of just nods her head in the professor's direction.
And she'll Miss Lalau will look at the class. Take a small break, study those runes. With them ready when I come back. And she exits the room. This had better be very important to stop that. I can only cast that once a day.
I would say a matter of life or death is fairly important. Multiple
Good.
lives or
Alright.
deaths.
And just remind
Do you
me,
remember-
who spoke with her last?
Dr.
With
Eva.
Lavina?
Yes.
Lavina was Dr. and Eva.
Okay.
So,
So she'll look to Eva. You
Yeah.
are familiar. She'll look to Red. But you're not.
Call me Red.
Charmed. She'll turn right to
Very.
Eva. Well, I guess there's been some incredible developments, or she wouldn't come this late or this quickly. And she shoots a fucking glance at the other wizard that's with you, who is just smiling a bit. Just
we found our rift, but we don't have the ability to close it on our own.
oh, interesting.
And I don't know if this is something you would be able to do.
Well, it's nothing I can't
Soon-ish?
do. I'm teaching today. Most of my magical capabilities are dedicated to that. I would need to meet you in the morning.
That probably works out best for all the people that work down there anyway.
Well,
Where shall I meet you?
Kind of just looks at Red.
we
She
could prob-
won't know where the mine shaft is, but do you think Avis's or
Right,
Sebastian's?
we should probably have her meet us at Sebastian's.
So the what were they called? Golden seed, golden something. Sorry, I wasn't
Carrot.
paying attention. I was busy trying to make a map.
Character would know. Player does not remember.
Roll a history
Golden
check.
Creek.
Okay.
Oh.
He saved you.
Yeah.
It's in one of their mine shafts, so down at the end of the valley, if you would like to meet us there in the morning, that's where we'll be.
Okay. Well, I need to get back to the rest of my class. I am glad you found this rift. I am excited to study it. And you're starting to see like that initial anger has begun to wash away with the prospect of studying an elemental rift.
Mhm.
It probably interests you more that there's plenty of precious gems that have become embedded in the walls.
Ooh.
Oh, and illusion and darkness magic. So worth
Mm,
And you
dark-
noting.
hear the other female with you. Illusion, you say? Well, I
Correct.
think you've gained my
The miners
attention as
claim
well.
that there was a The miners claim there was a collapse that happened. One of theirs died, but when we got to that particular location, there's just an illusionary wall there, and there is no actual collapse. So either it got cleared out and illusionarily
An
replaced.
illusion covered it. Right. And then
You
past
can
the
tell he was like, I'm not a scholar. I'm making up words.
and past the illusion, there was a darkness spell cast. It's still there.
Interesting.
And then there's a pitfall or a physical trap. I think it'll be a little bit difficult to figure out who did it because there's so much different magic and mundane means guarding the way to this gem room with the elemental rift.
Well then.
We'll definitely show you tomorrow, but
Right.
these are capabilities we are not equipped with at the moment.
I cannot dispel magic, unfortunately. Nor can I counter spell. That was fancy.
But you are gifted in magic, in the arcane.
I am, but mine comes from my blood instead of from book learning.
Ah, I see. Gifted. Interesting.
And mine is from words, usually music, but not necessarily. Vroom vroom.
Yeah. Thanks, neighbors. Let me check something quick. Red, I need you to get ready to give me a saving throw.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shoot. Oh, and when the professor sniffed her, she would have smelled cinnamon,
Mhm.
by the way. Yep. Okay, cool.
DM's aware.
Okay, just double checking that
Need
you
a
still remembered.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goody.
I feel like
Okay.
this is going forever. Stan Doctor is the guy who talks to all these people now. Red's not going to want anything to do with him anymore.
Oh, cool. It's a 6.
Okay. Thank you.
I even changed my dice color.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
There's a moment where Professor Lalou kind of puts her focus on you, Red.
Mm.
And she's like, oh, a gifted one. Very interesting. And there's just something about the way her eyes linger just unsettles you. Nothing
Ugh.
else. But you get the heebie-jeebies for just a moment.
Okay.
Well, I must be back to my class. Thank you all very much.
All right. We'll see you bright and early at the mines.
Oh, you can count on it. And she turns and goes back to her class. And the person with you turns and just smiles. I guess I should introduce myself since I will be tagging along because illusion is one of my subjects. I am Professor Pearson, Gail Pearson. And she kind of like does like a little bow.
Good to meet you.
Very nice to
Just
meet
call
the
me
two of
Red.
you. So I heard. And she'll turn to Eva and yourself.
Eva.
It's very nice to meet you, Eva and Red. Look forward to seeing what interesting things are happening in such a place like the mines.
Interesting is certainly one way of putting it.
Of course.
Unfortunately, I think it was greed that prompted it.
Greed has always been a mortal's downfall.
Very true.
Well,
Can I insight check that statement?
sure. What are you before you roll? What are you trying to get?
She said that it was a mortal's downfall. So I'm trying to see if there
Okay.
is any indication that she is not mortal.
Okay, roll.
Oh my god,
took-
that went on a journey.
I took
19.
that the opposite way, by the way.
19. You
I
something
want to
about
know
the
if she's
way
immortal or undead.
something about the way she speaks that word. It's almost like she's speaking down upon that class of creature.
Cool. So she's
Mm.
immortal. Excellent. But Red doesn't know this. Which is sad because she's trying to figure out how to gain her immortality again. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you at the mines as well then, yes?
Of course, I trust you know your way out.
Oh, we do. Thank you.
Very well. And she will just leave you to it. She heads off back in a similar direction she was heading earlier.
Well then.
That was certainly interesting.
I was kind of hoping that we would just talk to Professor Lavina, but can't help it, I guess.
No, unfortunately not. I'm. eh, Professor Lavina gave me the heebie-jeebies just for a moment.
Lavina did?
Yeah. She fixed me with a stare. It was weird. And I mean, it doesn't take much to figure out that I smell like cinnamon, but still. There was an awfully big, purposeful inhale. Perhaps I should be more careful who I set myself on fire around.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt, but I mean, also be yourself. I have
True.
perfume if you want that.
I'm far too used to my cinnamon, but thank you.
Oh yeah, you're nose blind to any cinnamon flavor. It is gone.
Yep.
Okay. Is
Well,
there anything else the two of you want to accomplish today?
nope.
Mm-mm.
Eva will offer Red a room again if she would like to come home with Eva. That way she doesn't have to spend money on a room.
And Red will accept.
Okay. So the two of you head back to the Starlight Manor. all
I got upgraded. Hell yeah.
all
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
2 stories of it.
Mhm.
Nestled into a corner of a much larger building. You get there. There's the familiar female watching over it. She kind of sees you and waves. And she's just got done cleaning up dinner. Like
Wonderful.
Cassandra runs over to you, "Mommy!" But you can tell she's fucking tired. Like she's that like energetic tired, like trying to push through. Like she runs to you and like tries to fake not yawn or have sleepy eyes.
Give her a hug, stroke her hair. You look ready for bed, child.
No, you want to stay up with mommy. You got home.
I know, dear, and I'm very sorry that today was such a long day.
It was.
But
It
you
was
do need
forever.
You do need your beauty sleep, otherwise you'll look horrible in the morning.
Like a troll.
Don't want that now, do we?
No.
Alright,
And then,
I'll be up in a minute. Go on to bed.
Emma comes up to you. Long day, darling.
Unfortunately, things at that quarry are not going well.
I've heard. The stories are just awful.
What kind of stories, if I might ask?
Well, there was the one about 2 weeks ago. Somebody died down there. And then there was one about a month or two ago, another two individuals. It just seems like there's just a lot of dangerous places down there. And I understand it's the stones needed, the gems are needed, but it's just so dangerous.
Hmm. Well, hopefully after tomorrow it will be handled. She kind of just rubs her eyes as the exhaustion
It's
sets in.
beginning to just really weigh in on the shoulders.
Mm-hmm. And also, she's been spending the last few days just running around in her nice clothes, trying to get shit done, somewhat successfully, somewhat not. We'll turn to Red. I assume there's probably leftovers if you're hungry. If not, the bed is yours.
All right, I'll scrounge something up. Thank you.
And Amos is like, well, I haven't put everything away just yet. I can leave something out for y'all.
I'll
am a
pass,
bit
dear,
hungry.
thank you, but...
All right.
Yeah, eat up, please.
Your name's... We've met, right? You've met Emma, correct, or no?
Red would not... Well,
I don't think I have.
no, I don't think she would have.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I don't think any of the crew have met Emma except
I have.
for Doctor.
Doctor.
Yeah.
So Emma will walk over to you and just kind of extend her hand. It's very nice to meet you, Miss Red.
Good to meet you too.
Name is Emma. Emma Bricktoe. And she's just
That's a
cute as a butt in halfling.
Oh. ow.
Probably, later in the years. Not super late, but just a little later in the years.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want any compensation for looking after her? You've been doing this for so long now.
Look,
I feel
if you
bad.
feel the need, just whatever you feel. I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
Takes out a platinum, hands it to her.
Ow.
Sweetie, no.
Please, I insist.
You said you weren't going to argue.
Oh, you using my words against me. she pockets it reluctantly, but you got her. I mean, you got her. Well, look, just made a simple stew, potatoes, carrots, got some bread too. She lays a bowl out of this thick brown gravied stew and this hard, not stale, just hard bread. I'll leave that out right there for you, and I'll put the rest in the box.
Thank you, dear.
And you watch as she walks over to this kind of like a standalone cupboard. Make a perception check for me.
Yeah, cool. It's a 10, and I'm changing my dice color again.
Okay. As she opens it, you can see there's this quick pulse over it of arcane energy, and you can see this is essentially what we would equate to a refrigerator. It is a box that uses arcane methods to keep things cold.
Nice.
But as she opens it, you could have swore you heard something.
Heard what?
Heard something.
Oh.
You don't know what.
Like a living creature something, or like something's rattling around
It was
in
like
there?
a whisper.
Oh.
But she sets the things inside, closes the door. Well, same time tomorrow?
We do have
Yes.
to be out early, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I best get to sleep. And
Thank
she
you very much
leaves.
again.
Of course. You can tell she's just happy to take care of essentially like a grandchild. Like she's just happy. But she'll let herself out the front door.
I'm going to go upstairs and put Cassandra to bed. My home is your home. Get comfy. Everything I have is open to you.
All right. Well, thank you, dear.
Have a good night.
You too.
And Eva will head upstairs to make sure Cassandra goes to bed.
She is currently running on her room, being chased by the puppy,
Of course.
or chasing the puppy. You're
Fuck
not sure
me.
who's who.
Walks in the room. Oscar.
Oh.
Bed.
Poof. Bed.
A little gently, Cassandra. Bed.
Okay. She like pouts a bit and walks over to the bed, heavy-footed. Crawls in.
Tuck her in. Stroke her hair for a little bit till she starts getting drowsy.
It does not take long. All the fighting she
Sleep
did
well,
to stay
dear.
awake, it does not take long.
Mm-hmm. Sleep well, dear. I love you.
I love you too, mommy.
And I will close the room and let her fall asleep.
She fucking conks out.
Thank God. She's past the tantrum age. Don't have to deal with that shit. And Eva will go to her room and probably pass out pretty quickly.
Okay. Doctor. Actually, no, sorry. Red. Anything else you're doing today?
No. Well. No, that's it. She's good.
Okay. Doctor and Levikazan.
Yes.
What's the two of you up to?
Well, probably leaving the quarry and heading it straight to the Cirwitch Field to head back to the apothecary. What time of day would it have been when we left?
Ooh, it's getting late. The
Mhm.
island's descending.
Okay.
Clouds are rolling in. Not heavily.
so no-
You know there's
yeah.
certain arcane protections around the barrier of the island to hold most of it at bay. Which is an interesting sight, again, Zahn, as you are awake during this time. It's just cloud everywhere you look. Almost like you're in a dome of clouds. You cannot grasp how large the dome is because the island's so large.
And
This
Doc's
is-
just navigating it like a back of his hand at this point.
Yeah.
To that point, I think when they when they get home, she's going to use beast sense on a bird
Okay.
and see how high it can fly to check it out. She's never seen that.
Remind me what Beast Sense does.
Beast sense. You touch a willing creature for the duration. You can use your action to see through the beast's eyes, hear what it hears.
But can you command it?
No, but she's going to preemptively before that cast speak with animals
Okay.
to be like,
Make
hey,
a perception check.
cool, I need to look for a bird. That's a 1.
A 1?
That's a 1.
This, as you're looking around, like, okay, bird, it shouldn't be too hard. We're up in the islands, the skies, right? Yeah, it's late. You go to a tree, it's not too far away, and you're like, it's gotta be a bird
Yeah.
up there, right? And you like, you just like bang the side of the
boop.
tree, yeah. And
Yeah.
then this like janky clipped wing bat flies out. Like, huh? Who's there? What's going on? Huh? What do you want? What do you want? Huh? Who is it?
Hey, bud.
Huh? Hi. What do you want? What are you doing?
Hey. Hi.
Hi.
I'll give you food.
Oh, hi.
You
I like
fly
food.
up top.
Sure.
Up top.
Go up.
What does the Doc hear from this?
You only hear her side. Just her side.
Yep.
He's just gonna look at you with like,
And you see this
New
bat
thoughts.
with his crippled little wing take off.
I make sure to like boop him on the nose before he goes up.
Ah,
And she will cast Beast Sense, and then
You don't see anything.
yep, because he's a bat.
'Cause he's a
I
bat.
get that. Yes.
They
Yeah.
have a 10-foot dark vision, and that's it. Everything else
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yep, it's great. Although
You're there for
no,
about 20. How long does that spell last?
an hour.
You're there for a good 20, 30 minutes, just like eyes like glazed over, standing there, just kind of like, you never, it's just blank, nothing.
No.
Could I identify what kind of bat she asked to do this?
Would you have gone inside?
Yeah, Doc actually has something he wants to do, so yeah, he would have gone inside.
Okay. So no, you just realize that sounds like starts walking up to a tree. You're like, I've got shit to do, and you go inside.
Yeah. I'll leave the door unlocked so she can get in behind me.
Okay.
Because I'm the only one with a key still. I need to go to a lock switch.
Yeah. But Zahn, after about 20, 30 minutes, just fucking nothing.
I don't think he's alive anymore.
You get the sense the spell still has hold.
Damn bird. Doesn't know it's bad. It's fine. Yeah. She'll get out of the beast sense and just be like, okay, not tonight.
Okay. You head inside. Doc, what do you
Yes.
Doc would have gone back into the shed, actually.
do? Okay.
I'm going to be turning that into a laboratory.
Okay.
So I'm going to start the process of cleaning out stuff, mostly setting up beakers and my alchemy sets and stuff like that. And I'm going to turn this into more of a mortuary dissection room.
How much time do you dedicate to this task tonight?
Depends on the time I get back. If it's like 8 o'clock, let's say, probably like an hour and a half.
I'd say
And then he goes
with
inside.
that, using your arcane methods at your disposal, you will be able to definitely clear it out and then begin moving things in.
Okay. There's already a desk in there. I just need a table to put bodies on. That's
Okay.
pretty much it. Other than that,
What table are you using?
That's a good question. What's a good long table that I could probably lay Zahn on top of potentially?
I'm sorry, what?
So, with what's available to you, maybe you could move the countertop from the shop level, the shop area, into there. But the kitchen
But that'll take
table is
some
just a
effort.
smaller round table that was just meant for really
Yeah.
1 to 2 people. There's not really a large, long thing. I mean, there's the couch.
Nah, I'm gonna keep that for when I had too many guests over.
Why am I being put on a table?
I'm using it as a measurement tool right now, basically. For future plans, don't worry.
I'm terrified. I might just go and sleep with Eva.
Well, you don't trust a necromancer?
You just
Wait,
wake up,
you
there's
don't
little
know-
like chalk markings on like
Wait.
your shoulders and like your
You
forehead.
you don't
down
you
your
don't know
wrist.
Doc's a necromancer yet. That's right. You don't know my school of magic.
Yeah. This is fine.
Like you wake up to find his journal one day and it just has measurements of the whole crew on there.
I will
Doc?
actually at one point.
What are you doing? Why do you have outlines of our bodies?
Oh, in case I need to perform any kind of surgery and repair you.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I am a doctor.
Someone's gonna start locking her door twice now.
Yeah.
Doc has the keys.
Yeah, no, she's gonna take her hatchet and like stick it under the door like a doorstop. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she'll sleep in front of it. He can try and push it open then.
All right. As we go into a long rest, Eva,
Yes, sir.
have a roll, please.
hmm It's a coming. It's bad.
It's bad.
Oh, no.
That's a 9.
Okay.
And remember that Red has already told Eva anytime she needs to go into the dream realm,
True,
she can.
but see, the difference is that if she's not awake, it's not
Eh.
a conscious choice.
Oh, yikes.
Red.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Yep.
Okay.
Just roll a dice.
I mean,
Give
I
me
can
odds
roll
or
it.
evens.
Okay, it's going to be odds, and I'm
Okay.
rolling a d20. That's that's a 9.
Okay, you chose odds.
Yep.
So this is in your favor. You can choose. Are you having a good dream or a bad dream?
You cut out a little bit. What was that?
You can choose. Are you having a good dream or a bad dream?
Oh. She's probably having a bad dream, but it's good in a way because she wants to remember more about the stuff she's been through.
Okay. Eva,
Oh no.
you find yourself walking upon a mass of land that is unfamiliar to you. Though it is dark, you do not require dark vision. You do not see a source of light, but somewhere in the skies above, there are hues of orange and red. And you realize that's not the sun, but flames. Across this barren wasteland of burnt grass, hay, forest, trees, nothing but barest of their trunks and limbs standing. Your body is walked. You don't walk, you are walked across it. You come to this large amalgamation of bramble and tree and feather. It's a nest. Surrounding it, which you thought was a fresh rain that seemed to put out whatever fire was here, is not rain at all. You bend down and touch a bit with your fingertips, curious. And the smell and taste of iron within the blood-soaked fields around you sinks in. What do you do?
Given Eva's limited academic knowledge, would it be fair to assume that she has any idea of where she might be? Like
You know what a
a
nest looks
different
like.
plane, a different
Oh, okay.
realm?
Looking around, it's certainly unfamiliar because there is open sky above you, which would normally be familiar, but it's the vastness of it and the fact that there are a few clouds above you, and that is certainly off-putting. You've never been under a cloud. They've always been beneath you.
Hmm.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
7.
7. You hear something, but you can't quite fully make it out. But a noise does break through the silence.
And you mentioned iron? Like, is it a scent or a taste?
It's a both coming from the blood that soaks the fields around you.
Wonderful. Is there any way I can get, like, able to look into this nest of sorts? Is it empty?
You don't know. You cannot see inside of it. It's too large. You'd have to climb up it.
I don't want to climb the nest itself. Can I use spider climb to climb one of the trees near it so I can get a vantage point on it?
There are no trees around it tall enough to reach that high.
Oh,
Oh,
big
man.
nest.
Yep.
Okay. And why the fuck not? Sure, we'll climb it.
Okay. You begin to climb up this using some of the bits of bramble and intertwined feather and tree and mud as almost like a ladder. And you do get to the top. And what you see is the entirety of the inside of this nest is covered with ash and still burning black bone structure. The sound you heard within the chest cavity, whatever this large creature once was, is you see a humanoid figure crouched over on hands and knees, rocking back and forth.
Is this one I've seen before in any of the other dreams?
The
Or
humanoid?
is this a new individual? Yeah.
It seems familiar. Female. Red hair.
I will walk up to them and just kind of kneel down in front of them.
Red.
Red?
As you come into this, first, make a wisdom saving throw.
Ew, okay. I really need to get proficiency or something in that. Hold on. Gonna add a help dice on that. Not that it's probably gonna help much, but I got 3 of them, so why not? Oh, hey, that's an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
As you are flung through a cinematic replay of memories, they blur past you too fast to capture. And you find yourself confused and in absolute immense pain as you hear Eva's voice. Red? You feel how you felt when you first began to remember what you were. And for a moment, in this moment, you begin to gain the scope of just how much you lost.
That's heavy. So she is absolutely, she's crying right now between the pain that's physical and the pain that is emotional and mental. And she looks up at Eva. It's me. And it
I
doesn't look
will.
like she can make any more words.
I will just scooch closer and just wrap my arms around her.
Okay. As you do so, Eva, you look out for a moment trying to figure out where you are, and you realize that the realm of the bubble you are in, its outer edges blur ever so slightly as you feel that sensation of feeding and you feel your thirst subside.
Enough. I'm just gonna stay there. I don't care how long it takes.
Okay.
After a moment, either she's starting to get used to the immense amount of pain or starting to come to terms with how much she's lost about herself. She does kind of look up at Eva. Thank you. I'm, mm,
I'm sorry, it hurts.
it's not just the physical. I've lost so much memory, so much of who I am. It's gone, and I need to get it back.
We'll get there.
There's so much I don't know. So much missing, gone. I'm not even a tenth of what I'm supposed to be. I need to know why. And I need it back.
We'll get it back.
All right.
With those comforting words, Red, you feel yourself slip into true sleep. Eva, you as well. We will pick up the conclusion of the long rest next week.
Yay.
All right. Emotional
No
damage.
It's my specialty.
I'm
Love
trying
it.
to have a girlfriend and it's just become so difficult.
So difficult.
It's okay, my trauma's coming. Don't worry.
Oh man, don't you wait.
Zod's just sitting there all like, doo doo doo.
Doo-doo-doo.
No trauma for me yet, except for me almost dying to a pit trap.
Do a pit trap.
Yep.
There's your new trauma.
Pit trap trauma. You just have like pit trap. I'm not going in there.
No.
Indiana Jones style. Is that snakes? No.
Nope. Just constant near-death experiences every single episode. It's fine.
Oh my
Doc's
goodness.
trauma-
What's the weight limit on telekinesis again?
Don't worry about it. It's like 500 pounds. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
Doc's trauma comes in next level up for sure. And he does it to himself because of the spells he's taking.
Good job.
Well, to all of you who joined us tonight, we thank you so very much. To these lovely new platforms we have, Kick and Rumble. We look forward to growing an incredible community there. I promise that come the next time we stream, which will be Sunday, we will have all of our lovely links up and rolling. So all we got to do is get them out to you so you can come join us and have fun. We hope you had fun tonight. And I look forward to just continuing to tell this great story with these fantastic players. Like, can I just fucking my table, man? I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm looking over to my
So's
left
our
because they're
DM.
on the left. But yes, you can see us again on Sunday, where I get to go be a player with an edgy, not edgy rogue, and we'll see what happens. It'll be at 5 o'clock Central Time. So I look forward to seeing all of you there, and have a great weekend. Good night, everybody. Oh, get your snacks. Don't forget that.
Snacks.
Get your snacks.
Oh, snacks.
Good night, everybody.